now so I can do this.
Oh snap, oh snap, oh snap, oh snap. All right.
Because then I can figure it out on time.
All right, welcome to Geek'd Up with Trey. I'm going to do things a little differently tonight. So I'm still going to do the geek stage, but I'm just going to ask it with a rapid question, actually. All right. The question is, if you were facing the death penalty and you had to go stand before a judge, which one of these judges would you want to be standing in front of? First one,
Okay.
Judge Judy. Second one, Judge Mathis. Third one, Judge Maybelline. Fourth one, Judge Joe Brown.
If I was innocent and are we like defending ourselves, right?
I mean, if you're facing the death penalty, I would imagine you're hella guilty, but...
that was harsh, girl. That was harsh. If you're facing the death penalty, really?
I would imagine you don't just do it casually.
I'm going to say if I really want a real judge and I'm trying to defend myself, I'm going to go to Judge Judy.
Well, because honestly, no, I'm going to have to say I agree. I'm going to go with Judge Judy for one very simple reason. At the end of the day, she's going to keep it very real.
See, I think
if you're innocent, I guess there's nothing to talk about. Who's annoying, we'll make him pay. If you're not, well, I guess you pay the price. Like, she's going to keep it really real, so it's very fair.
Okay. Well, I think if I know I'm innocent, I wouldn't mind going to stand in before, like, I wouldn't mind being in front of Judge Mathis. Because, you know, sometimes Judge Mathis hits you with that slick shit. Bailiff, what time you got? 5 minutes to 5 to 10? Okay, 5 to... Nope. Like, I ain't here for that slick shit. I have to be 100% innocent if I'm going to be going in front of him. Judge Judy, I wouldn't be able to take her because she'd be done said like, oh, no, that's baloney. And I'd be done lost it. Like, started laughing. Maybelline, I'd be like, she's so nice. And Judge Joe Brown, I feel like...
You wouldn't even be able to talk to Judge Brown because the whole time he'd be like, oh, crackhead.
Yep.
You look like I know crackhead when I see one. You wouldn't be able to get past that. So
I'd be like, no, I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for you.
I'm like, this is marijuana. This is not crack.
I don't deal
with marijuana. Is a gateway to crack.
No, it ain't.
People always want to do crack.
Crack is whack. I can't afford crack. All right. Let's get into the question. All right, let's get into it. All right, so it's back to school. We've been back to school. I think everybody's fully back to school now because I don't know, but I remember going back to school after Labor Day, which is a little bit in September. You know, these kids started going back August 4th, and then from weeks on and so on and so on and so on, and then like the college kids go back, and then the traffic change. I'm just like, I kind of hate this time of the year, the beginning of this time of the year. But I want to ask you guys, do you guys have a favorite teacher or someone that stood out when you guys were like younger?
I have.
You go first.
Oh, I wouldn't say it was I guess maybe my favorite teacher. His name was Mr. Stark.
Okay.
And I was in 4th grade. And it was a black male teacher.
Okay.
And he was Muslim, openly Muslim. Well, as an adult, I'm kind of trying to think back. But I don't know if he was Muslim, but we know he didn't work. He made like that a big thing. That was the first time that I ever like heard of something like that. In the 4th grade, because this one teacher, you know, spoke outly about that, and it was a black man, and he was just very memorable. He was very intellectual and just, he's Mr. Stark. He's one I remember.
Allison.
Nice. Well, there's like a handful of teachers that stuck out, and not necessarily for like legitimately good reasons. One stood out, like my 5th grade teacher. Her name was Mrs. Jackson. And the reason she stands out is because that was the same year that Outkast came out with the song.
Oh.
And she happened to have a daughter. So, like, a lot of us were just like... And she always had a really good sense of humor. She was a really good English teacher. And there was another professor. Oh, no, it was a math teacher. In, like, I want to say 7th or 8th grade. Her name was Miss Di. And she was not very nice. And I never said it. But other people felt that she should live up to her name. And I was like, Lord.
Damn.
But I think she was just jaded. Like, I don't think she was a hateful person. I think she was just done being there, and maybe she should have left before she just, I don't know. She's just one of those teachers that would always just find something to be mad about. Like, they would just be like, you know, it's 8th grade, we're rebel. So there's that. And then there are 2 professors in college that stood out. I had an economics professor. He was funny as hell because he could have gave a shit about the rules. Like, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to fuck the shit, but we had a rule on campus where you weren't allowed to smoke on campus anymore, like on the property. And the thing is, this professor had been there for a real long time, and the amount of fucks he could have gave about rules or vote, like, I literally caught this man that would come up the back way to the department and go to class, and I'd catch this man on the steps, just fucking dragging it away, and he'd look at me and I'd be like, I didn't see nothing. And he was the coolest guy. He was just really chill. I'd see him in the hallway. Yeah, let's talk about your stupid annoying.
I would say for me, it's a couple that stuck out. I would say definitely like Mr. Oaks. Or Mr. Oaks. Mr. Ox. Sorry, Mr. Oaks. I think it was Oaks, yeah. This dude was like a Vietnamese dude, whatever, and he kind of cared, whatever. He would like, he was our sixth grade teacher. Oh my goodness, he would read he read us. I remember that because that was a good nap I took because he read us the Harry Potter book because it was like the last couple days in school, and this is in Philly, so we didn't have no air conditioner, so it was just hot. And he just was like, I'm just gonna read you.
And Lord knows the patience wears thin.
Yes, because we had no TV in that room either. I would say one of them was.
And kids like us got real creative in bad ways.
Shit. I wasn't trying to do too much. Wasn't nobody trying to do too much movement. It was cooler outside. Shit. I'll never forget that shit.
Even so much, Marcus. Shut up.
Yes. And then I'd say my history teacher, Miss Bastian, she was also Muslim. We did not know she was Muslim my first year of being there in high school. I was just like, we didn't know she was Muslim until the second year we came back. We was just like, oh, we didn't know. And then I would say first, my involvement when I came into somebody contact of the whole Muslim thing, not eating pork, was I was definitely in the 5th grade when I found it out, and I was trying to be Muslim. I was Muslim for about a good 3 days. So I didn't know that you couldn't eat pork. Yo, my mom had made my mom was just like, well, we eat pork in this house. I don't know what to tell you, whatever. And I was like, I don't eat no pork, yada, yada, everything. My mom said, okay, I made the baked beans. You made some eggs and bacon this morning. Yo, you know what really got me to say no to being a Muslim?
Yeah.
I went to school and they did not give me my pepperoni pizza because I had a kufi on. So
if it's the hat or the pizza.
I took that kufi right on. Oh, this is I took that bad boy right on off. Oh man, what was some of your must-haves to have for school? Mine was definitely like soda and candy and chips, snacks.
You said the must-haves as a kid. I'm sorry, I'm having a little sound trouble. I'm trying to fix it, but you might have to repeat yourself once or twice.
I also was kind of fast with it too. Your must-haves. What was your must-haves?
Like snacks?
Snacks, whatever you needed for school. Like if you had to shoes every 6 months, every 2 months.
I think for me, my must-have was needed to have a super cool lunchbox. I needed to have the coolest lunchbox every time because it needed to fit my personality for that year. And I feel like for snacks, oh, I know, it's so scary. So scary.
I would also say too, one of my must-haves, I would say, far as shoes.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Go ahead.
I got humble eyes when I moved back to Philly, and up in Philly they wear uniforms. I was just like, oh shit, like I can't go. The only thing you can be rocking is some new shoes.
That's the thing about uniforms. Not like any kind of individualism. I went to private schools that required uniforms, and I mean, like the only individualism you really had was like your hair.
That too.
But I heard even now they're strict about that too. Like before, it wasn't as bad. Like girl could wear braids or hair, put some ponytails or like barrettes or whatever in her hair to be like cute, but like I was like, you have to follow the uniform.
I think my must-have, probably in high school, was lace shoes because I was really big on fat boy laces and like lacing my shoes up in different designs.
Did you do double laces?
Yeah, I saw a lot of girls that had really cool stuff. I never knew how to do that, and I was like, oh my god.
I love lace shoes. And then my pencil pouch, like my pencil pen pouch.
Oh, true.
I have to have my certain pen. I have to have my certain pen, and for certain subjects, I have to have a pencil because I have to my notes.
And you have to have a different color for every subject. So
I love using different colors for taking notes.
Yes. Remember when you came out with the colorful combination books? The combination books. They used to only be black and white, and then they came out with the colorful ones. I was like, okay, different subjects for those.
Oh, right.
I was also big on this is going to sound weird, but book covers. I like to really love to like fold book covers, but I just needed like every book had a different little book cover. Whenever I could get one, we did like the newspaper book cover, like
book covers.
Well, wait, I was going to get into that. I was about to get into that. I was like, so sometimes I didn't. I mean, like, so I grew up. You can call me Nunu. Sometimes I grew up on both sides of the tracks. So sometimes my books would be paper. They would be paper. I remember when they had the paper on it. I was just like, oh my god! I was about.
Your book covers?
My book covers were paper.
Yeah. We used to use paper bags. We used to use paper grocery bags.
Yeah, and they used to come with instructions on the paper bags. You knew how to like hold it.
Into the stretchy.
I have a whole Food Line book cover.
We were 2 years into the stretchy covers. I'm just like, why can't I get the stretchy covers? I couldn't wait for.
It was fun holding them. It was fun to fold the book covers.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't wait for the next book fair so I can get stretchy covers. I was just like, oh my god, we 2 years in, I'm behind. I was like, I just stopped playing.
Okay.
All right, so wait, real quick. What is your graduating class? I guess your high school class.
2002 Mesquite Skeeter state champs that year.
Okay.
2009.
You the baby of the group.
Yeah, that was it.
I mean, I could have told more, but for the sake of discretion, I will not reveal the location of the high school.
Okay. Well, I'm class.
But it was in Maryland.
Okay.
So 2009. 2009 is so fun.
2009, I was busy that year.
When? Were you graduating?
I had a baby that year, and Michael Jackson died that year. It was a little busy, and the world was supposed to end that year too. I remember that like it was yesterday. The calendar had ended that year.
He died in 2009.
Yeah, I always remember.
You were busy graduating. It's okay if you didn't know.
A lot of things were happening in 2009. I was trying to pass SATs. I'm trying to get into college. Michael Jackson going through things. Everybody going through things.
But my class was. Mine was.
I feel like I blacked out.
I'm class of 2007 and home of the Bulldogs. I graduated here in VA. All
Oh
right.
my god, that's so crazy.
You know what? That leads to the next. Doesn't that lead to
Because
the
my
next
high school
question?
mascot was also a bulldog.
2 bulldogs.
Mine was a big burgundy mosquito.
Oh.
It was a skeeter. We called it a skeeter. A mosquito. I was a skeeter. Yes.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like to say we skeeted all over the competition. Okay,
Oh,
moving on.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into
But
it.
does that lead to the next question though about the big? Because there was something about the main event, main thing that happened in your graduating or your
Wait, I'm getting there.
school.
We about
okay.
to get into like a more darker side of the conversation.
Oh gosh!
All right. So with what?
Trigger warning.
Yes, trigger warning. Do you guys have any world disasters that you remember while you were in high school, or
Say that one more time. My audio kicked out for some
do you
reason.
remember world disasters? Do you remember any world disasters? Anything that you were going through at that time? So for me,
I feel like things were happening.
yeah,
I just can't remember them. There were so many.
My senior year in high school was 9/11. Was 2001 right before I graduated.
that was actually my
It
seventh
was my
grade
senior year.
That was my 7th grade year, and I remember because we were transferring schools. We were coming from like the home ec class, and we got back.
I remember Obama became president. That was pretty. That was pretty memorable in my high school. That was like a really big deal in my high school.
How about this? In my senior yearbook, gas was 99 cents.
Oh,
Girl,
Look at my senior yearbook, and it was like
I remember
free
growing
gas.
up, gas was 85 cents, and I didn't
I don't even remember it being 99 cents.
I would say too. Also, y'all know it's been like 24 years since 9/11 has happened.
I know.
You don't have to remind me. It happened to me.
know.
Oh man,
I know how long ago.
I will say this was a crazy year. I also say too. I also remember. It's been what 20 years since this has happened. Hurricane Katrina. I remember that.
Yes.
Because my high school
20 years Hurricane Katrina. That's still very.
By the way, it's still a problem. Just in case anyone wants to know, it's still a problem.
It's still a problem. That's a big
Throwing it
problem
out
itself.
there. FEMA didn't do shit,
Mm,
but okay.
I mean, that is a problem. That happened. Yeah, about 20 years ago. That's crazy. I remember that because
They're still a problem. Like, they still need help.
yeah, our schools got flooded.
Nobody need help.
You know what we also really need to talk about? How, I can't remember what year, but Flint is also still a problem. Media, if you were wondering, Flint is also still a problem. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
So,
damn, that Flint water is something tragic.
oh my god, those poor people.
So also, I want to point out too. Do you guys know that this is the first year for the COVID babies? the COVID babies are in for a world shock. They say we go where for 8 hours a day? We go where for 8 hours? You not going to be there? No one's going. No, okay.
I have to
COVID pets. COVID pets in the same boat.
Lord.
Yeah, no socialization.
That is the owner's fault, and there are absolute ways they could have still worked this around. But
Hey, the same could be said for children, though.
they could. But I would say the only downfall is that I wish there were more teachers for hire, because I would have just hired an individual tutor to educate my child.
Ugh.
Yeah, but education doesn't teach common sense.
Common sense doesn't teach social sense.
But I'm just saying, you need some sort of socialization. That's what makes people
You
weird.
can socialize with the kids in your neighborhood, with your friends on the street, with your family friends. I literally didn't socialize with people outside of my family until like 5th grade. Like, yeah, I went to school, but I wasn't like socializing. So I mean, arguably, yeah, like parents could have done more, but kids are gross and disgusting, and they transfer diseases all the time. So it's almost like it's better off not having them in large clusters because they're gross.
Sometimes, you can't say too much.
That's how you build herd immunity. They need to be around others.
They're strawberries, babe. They don't drink hose water like we do.
You know what? And they also need to be socialized and just have it. They're going to be acting out weird. That's
They're raised by weirdos.
I'm moving for exactly. So socialization outside the home is important.
And by weirdos, that's just for the audience. I'm talking about Gen X and millennials. Like, we're the ones making babies now. So we were hella awkward to begin with, and now you're surprised at our children. So.
Oh man, and then it's all crazy too. Like, we're not even pretty much like really into the school year, and we already got a mass school shooting. The one that took place in Minneapolis. Ah, man, my heart goes out to them.
Moment of silence for the lives lost.
That's good.
No, but it's true. It's true. It's too casual and uncomfortable how we've become desensitized to these shootings, and arguably just the amount of reactive, impulsive violence that's happening. Like, it's not even, I'm not saying violence doesn't happen. There are literally cases every day, hundreds of cases every day.
I would say I'm desensitized to it. I'm more desensitized to, like, I don't know, hood shootings, but because that's just what I'm used to. But like, far as like, I pray every morning that there's no school shootings, because especially where my kids go to school. So I'm just like, this, that every time I wake up or whatever, you hear it, I'm just like, I just, as a parent, like, I can't even imagine the rage that they will wake up inside of me, because I will be down there and I want answers, names.
And it's like, how do you, I mean, you know why they have this much rage? I think this is what happens when you don't socially make it acceptable to regulate one's emotions. I think at one point, managing one's emotions was a common thing to do, but suppression comes into play, and that's not really dealing with your emotion. You're just ignoring the problem until you can't ignore it. And instead of doing the work you need to do on yourself, I think it's a really bad habit for people to express those emotions onto others and blame others, because I think the act of accountability and asking yourself, where did I fuck up? Where did I go wrong? What am I doing wrong to bring these negative things and negative energy into my life? Because to a certain degree, and I know some people may disagree with that, and that's fine, you don't have to agree, but there are actually a large amount of things that we actually can control about our life, the environment we're in, and the people we allow in it. So there just is a certain amount of people that I really don't blame them on a personal level. I think they're just a product of their society. That doesn't mean they don't need to go to jail. I'm not saying they don't need to go to jail. I'm just saying if someone wants an explanation, it's not going to be a simple one.
True. I would say, also, speaking of gun control and getting their shit together, let's talk about the assassination, and let's try to just use the word assassination, not the other words, of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk, for some of you that may not know, is a young man openly known for his conservative, debative style. He arguably made his popularity and his living off of doing debates, speaking, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Not seminars, panels. And I mean, he's known for his controversial statements. He is known for having a particular point of view when it comes to social interaction, economics, immigration, and so on. I would say any hot topic that we're talking about right now, he would cover those things. And I would argue that he never bothered me because I would have to care. So it never bothered me for him to have the discussion or to talk to people or try to bring that discussion together, because at the end of the day, I'm not emotionally invested, but I'm also a seasoned debater, so I can just debate for the sake of debating and not being emotionally attached. But he frequently would go engage with people that I think are clearly very passionate about the subject, and he would almost get them riled up. And he has definitely been a part of some situations that are very unsavory, that I'm not going to get into, because you can look it up yourself, honestly. But I would say my only issue with what happened is that at the end of the day, I don't have to like him. I don't have to agree with him to be able to say that that wasn't the greatest way for someone to go out. It was pretty horrific for his wife and child to look at that when it happened. I will say that, that's crappy for them. I am not a part of the group that is the type to determine whether he deserved it or not. It's not my place to determine that. I think if any of you out there are spiritual in any way, then it will be taken care of. It is not for me to pass judgment on. It will be taken care of. But it's created a lot of divide. I don't know about Trey, but it's created a lot of divide about people are reacting to his
I think political style is a interesting way of putting that. I thought it was more of the lines of like, what's that word? Shit, with the misogynist.
Well, because he did climb the banner of being a conservative Republican, and I mean, Donald Trump outright even thanked him for influencing some of the youth to lead to his vote. So I mean, he identified in his political movement, but
I mean, here's my issues with the thing. I'm just like, okay. Well, first, the only person I feel sorry for is the daughter that saw that, whatever. I don't really care about. That's just my opinion. Like you said, God took care of it, whatever. His wife knew what he stood for. She knew all that stuff, and like,
yeah. I don't know if you heard her speech, but we can get into that in part 2 because I have some feelings about her speech.
And it's just so weird to me. And then, like, my other issue with this whole situation is, why they have his funeral so damn quick?
So that was controversial in itself. So something that a lot of people are getting upset about is the fact that he was given an honor guard.
That's
there are veterans that don't even get that.
And then my other thing too, so my other couple issues is like they directly went to the shooter was black. The shooter was not black. Even the person that they caught, the first person that they caught, whatever, wasn't even African American. Wasn't even.
No, they actually. I hope you know they caught 2 people before they actually found the correct man. So they arrested 2 people
before they caught the man, whatever, that was a white male. I'm just like, y'all instantly went to us.
Right now, by the way. Oh, but they're trying to change his story.
Anyone who ever considered it to be a black person was fooling themselves in the very beginning because we didn't have the description.
They were.
He was. He was in a conservative religious university in the middle of Utah.
Yes, it's in the middle of Utah. Ain't that many black people out there. This was, first of all, black people don't do school shootings.
So the campus was on the right. Like, nothing about that demographic should have even made sense.
There's not one black person in there that is not someone seen them. Because there's going to be 5 and everyone's going to be like, oh yeah,
like, there's no way.
Like, he or she would be pretty noticeable in the crowd.
Yes.
So I agree. I don't even know.
They also
and they were so
down.
Ain't no blending in.
No. Before everybody else. They got down before everybody else and stayed down until everybody else got up and saw what was going on. So they would have been noticeable. They would have been caught. And they, they keep an eye on us. they were like, it's 5 of y'all in here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The 5th guy with the red jacket.
Yeah, hold up. Where my purse at? Hold up. No, 5. Okay, sorry. I hate y'all. Sorry.
All right, 4.
Y'all are. Sorry, you niggers. You colorful. Sorry.
We don't say color no more.
We don't. Damn, don't. No. So like, what is it going to take for them to get more gun control? I'm just like, the first thing they be screaming is Democrats, oh, they trying to take our guns away. And
they have gun control. They control the guns they want to control. The gun controls already exist. They just pick which ones they want to apply to.
The NRA is so laughable that way because the NRA is the first. Anytime anytime gun laws are up for discussion or up for debate or any kind of discussion of we need to put limits on these things or we're not going to allow these things, the NRA is the first one to be oppositional, protest, speak out about how everyone has the right to have this. But anytime there's a shooting of any kind, whether it's mass shootings, genocide, accidental shootings, homicide, and it does not matter. Any shooting of any kind, they are radio silent.
And then my thing too is like they're sitting there yelling, "Oh, white men fight back." I'm like, fight back against who? I'm like, white.
Oh, you mean other white men?
The other white guy all the guys were white. Who are we white?
No, not that guy. Not that guy. He's Italian.
Oh, he wasn't. Oh, yeah, he's Italian. Or
You're cute.
He's somewhere else. He's not from here. He's
real pink looking. You know, I think that guy's great. He's not even real.
He's darker. He might be.
Yeah, he's on the darker side.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and I think that guy's Jewish, so he don't count either.
I would say this: as far as gun control that people are asking for, ain't nobody trying to come and take your guns away. Nobody. I'm just saying, take a class, learn how to use whatever you have. I don't think that any of these people need like NRAs and all this stuff like that. You don't need military weapons in your damn house. I get collector items. I'll give you that or whatever behind the case. Like, lock that shit up. There was a whole segment on this back in the day or whatever on Dateline. And, you know, fun fact about this too. On Dateline, they was sitting there. They did like 10 parents or something like that. They were just like, do your child know where your you can go look this up on YouTube. It happened years ago. Do you think your child know where your gun is? And they were just like, no, there's no way my kids know where there's no way. All these kids were white, by the way. And I think out of 8 or 9 of them, it was like 10 kids or whatever, and there was about 8 of them that went directly that beeline to the gun. Do you know where daddy's gun is? Yep. And it was all type of guns too. It wasn't just like one gun. It was just like, yeah, we know where daddy keep. Like, they had no idea. I was like, they have so many different things. Like, they make look-alike or they make fake shelves or whatever, so you can put your guns and stuff into. Ain't nobody asked you to take your gun away. We're just asking you to be safer about it or whatever. And it's not like a bad thing for people to learn how to like take a class every 6 months, whatever. You have to do a class for every damn thing else to get your license, to get other shit. You have to go through so many processes to buy a damn house. Yeah, all the shit that you have to go through to own a fucking car or whatever. What's another fucking thing? I'll also never forget.
And you know, that's really been a big pushback when it came to obtaining a gun and how to maintain it. And I think the awkward thing is that the people that are doing what they're supposed to be doing do not have this problem, but they're also not talking about it. They're not accounted for.
Yeah.
There are definitely people that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Keep it locked, keep it safe, keep it up to date, keep it reported.
Because you don't need to talk about those people.
But I think they need to be talked about, because if we're only focusing on all the things that people are doing wrong, then we're really punishing people that were already doing it right. So it's really
exactly. You just summed it up. That's exactly what we do. Because no one talks about it. You're not going to have a big uprising about people who are doing things right. You're only going to get people talking about negativity. Who's doing things wrong?
No, I don't think that's what she's saying. I think she's saying you guys are saying the exact same thing. She's just saying it in a different way. Hello?
I'm sorry. I'm having some sound issues.
No, y'all are saying the exact same thing, just in a different way.
No, that was sarcasm.
She said that. Sorry.
No, I'm saying they purposely make a big deal about the negativity. That's what sells tickets. That's what makes money. That's what brings people in. Like
the rules at that point, because even if you make all these rules and you have people do all these things, at the end of the day, the people that don't want to follow the rules are simply not going to do it. And I think what really needs to be discussed to me, and people can disagree, that's fine. I don't care. You're allowed to have your opinion. But I think the real issue is addressing the core problem, which is, why do you want it? And why do you feel passionately about it? And why do you feel the need to use it outside of the simple thing it was created for. People that use hunting rifles or any kind of hunting artillery and then want to use it for day-to-day civilian defense, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you need to have a military-grade weapon? The amount of guns that we're just allowing people to have because they're like, oh, it's for a collection. You can lie. You can literally just lie. What is truly holding people accountable to do what they're supposed to do? I don't know any real consequence other than being fined or having your license taken away. When did that ever stop criminals from obtaining guns?
All right, so
the real issue lies with, the core problem, which is, I guess there's no real way to say it. Like, you have problematic people that are going to create problems. So how do you protect something that can be used for good and for evil away from you people?
True.
That's really the question.
All right. Well, actually, let's pause right there because we're gonna do a 2-part show. But I do want to go back because I'm gonna ask one rapid question. But I'm gonna take you back to the first question, which is I had asked you guys if you which judge you would like to be in front of. So I want you to think about the judges that you pick. So for the rapid question is, if you were in legal trouble, which one of these TV judges which one of these TV lawyers would you call on?
Say the last part one more time.
Which TV lawyer would you call on?
No.
I got a list.
Okay.
I got a list. Would you call?
I got a couple.
Okay, go. I'll be in the list because I'm calling too. I mean, they gotta be TV. They gotta be TV lawyers or just lawyers. Period.
They're TV lawyers, the ones I have.
All right, so it's gonna be a combination of Hard 11 and of course my girl Kim K.
Oh, really? Okay, girl.
Okay, I didn't think about them at all. So
I probably would have picked someone from Suits, like any of the lawyers from Suits.
Okay.
They're excellent. I would specifically pick the black lawyer or Harvey. They're very good lawyers. They will absolutely stay up all night, dig up as much dirt as possible, and have a solid case. So I would pick them. The second set of people I would pick is from The Good Wife. I can't remember the woman's name, but she had like a bunch of lawyers she works with that are also really excellent. I would say that's like my top two. Yeah.
All right. So the lawyers I have, out of these lawyers, who would you pick? So Maxine Shaw, Erica Alexander from Living Single, Joan Clayton, Joan Clayton, Joan Clayton from Girlfriends, Tracy Ellis Ross. She was a lawyer in the first four or five seasons. Would you call Uncle Phil, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
He's a judge.
I forgot he was a lawyer too.
He was a lawyer first before he was a judge. Or would you call Ernest Fry, Sherman Hisley from Amen? You, oh my goodness. You
I'm going to call Maxine Shaw at law.
Yes, I'm going to call Maxine Shaw, but I would definitely like to see Sherman Hisley.
Remember that time she got Black Jesus off?
Oh, so okay, Allison, you're not familiar. You're not familiar who Sherman Hisley is. Sherman Hisley is George Jefferson.
Oh,
so before he was on the Jeffersons, or a little bit after, or no, it was after he was on the Jeffersons. He went on a show called Amen, and he played the lawyer. And we walk up in there like that, whatever. So I would like to see him as a characteristics in the courtroom, but I think I might have to call Max because remember that whole time she got the whole city off after she had got arrested in that Ponzi scheme. She got arrested, got herself off, and then got everybody. So I mean,
that was a whole episode, and they were getting in on her for falling for a Ponzi scheme.
She was just like, I'm being arrested. She's like, you got the stuff? They offer her this cup of cheese or the cheese and crackers. All right, y'all. We're gonna catch y'all next time, and we're gonna get into a little bit more things, probably about the whole HBCU campuses on lockdown because of the assassination.
And also, we'll talk about somebody being exonerated from all charges.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too, and maybe we'll talk about somebody's wife as well too. All right, thank you guys for watching. Allison, where can we find you?
Hey, this is your girl Allison Salt. You can follow me on Instagram. Just look up Allison Salt Official. You can also follow me on FetLife, and that's pretty much it here.
All right. Matt, where can we find you?
Here. Sometimes.
I gotta get a whole recording of that shit. All right, y'all know where to catch me. Y'all can definitely catch me here on any of my social media platforms. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.
Bye.